Welcome back everyone to episode 7 of Let's Play Command Ops 2. Well, we made a lot of good progress in the last episode. Right now I have all selected. We should probably go to the least recent. I kind of want to see, or at least refresh myself, because this is a separate session, what exactly went on in the last video. Excuse me. Alright, so, if you remember, when we started the last video, we were tied up in Lomersweiler and it was nighttime, but as dusk fell on day 1, we were really being hemmed in. A lot of our units in Lomersweiler were taking pretty big casualties, and we were kind of stuck in the forest over here, outside of Vepler, in between Vepler and Lomersweiler. This little forest passed. I knew it was going to be a problem, so that's why I already had infantry prepared to push through this area, and we basically had the reinforcements arrive. Weren't really sure what to do with them. I didn't even notice that these guys were taking fire, but we had the Breitfeld, the 51st, just shoring up in Breitfeld. Actually, the fire these guys are taking is, I would say, very likely from this mortar team. They might have vision and are just doing some light barrages. Not sure though. So in the last episode, basically what happened is I named it CCB's Advanced the last video, but a more appropriate name might have been Artillery, or the gates of hell open in the form of 155mm shells. Something like this, or 105, I think, is the other ones we have. Yeah, so we have 155 and 105mm shells that were just tearing Germans apart everywhere. It's my guess that that's what kind of led to a lot of these new crosses that we now have. So we had these three at the beginning of last episode. So let me zoom in a little bit. We had these three, but since then we took this unit who just tried to sneak into Steinbrück behind lines, and thank God we had actually at that point the 10th had already moved up, and that was their kind of by their form up point for this attack. So they just decimated that unit immediately, and it was eliminated. Then when we moved on, we really heavily suppressed this forested area, which is where some of the, I think, 2 German units were hiding out. And we can see that their fate was total annihilation in the end. So that one was at 10:30, this one was at 9:30. I would say, of course you had to have a unit there to actually give them a reason to surrender, to give up. But it was mainly because of just massive artillery barrages. We started with like full ammo on the 177th and the 22nd, and they're both just way low on damage now. So this is interesting. It actually shows the bombard here, 169 versus 221. I wonder if that's the number of shells that fall. I don't know. But you can see it gives us the min range, max range, 155mm shells. These M1 howitzers are just, they can propel shells just a little bit further. Okay, I'm getting sidetracked. So just the elimination of these units, we also have been really heavily pouring on the artillery fire in this small forested little toehold the Germans have, just northwest of Lomersweiler. But we have good surrounding forces there. And I'm happy that the Breitfeld forces at least occupy this area. That somewhat protects Baker Company of the 51st, because they were getting flanking shots on them from the northwest, and now we have Breitfeld there. So we see that there at some point was a German unit over here. There was also a German unit over here. Now still, it is 10:30 on day 2, and by the end of day 2 I want to hold Sankt Vith. That's, again, I shouldn't be so rooted into my plans that we struggle. We made a poor decision, still feel, trying to take Breitfeld instead of securing the German forces over here on the end of day 1. So I'm going to try to be a little more flexible with my end game, I should say end day goals. But you kind of should have these goals if you're a commander, because otherwise you don't you need to always be pushing towards something. What is your objective? A lot of times I like to react to the enemy and just try to cut off enemy units, just eliminate the enemy force directly in any way I can. But a lot of the times, especially in this situation, you miss the bigger picture doing that. The bigger picture for us is we're just one division in the huge map of Europe trying to pin Sankt Vith because it is a massive supply route for and a retreat point for Germans still cut off further west of here. So, I mean, that's, to role play this a little bit more, that's why just eliminating these German units doesn't foot the bill. That's not the end game goal here. The goal is to take this line. Probably they specifically want Sankt Vith because a lot of these east-west running roads, this highway may be important. So anyway, a lot of these things converge through this area. And if we're able to take that, you can see that there's really no other east-west road, main road, besides, like this one even tapers off into just a footpath. So it looks like this is a real big artery of movement. So that's like in the background we want to keep as, it's the briefing, essentially. This is what we're tasked to do. Not just eliminate these Germans, but maybe these are just pennies in a tray compared to the hundreds of dollars of stuff that is off to the west. So I don't want to get bogged down in the small details here, even though that's the only thing this map offers to us are these little details. Okay, in my typical fashion, I spent a good 5 minutes just kind of going over nothing, but the last episode was almost an hour long, so I wanted to explain that. So besides these three that we didn't have, that we already had, I should say, we got these three, bombarded the heck out of these guys. I'm pretty sure this guy's about to break. Very low cohesion, not such high fatigue, but just there's almost nothing left of this mechanized infantry company. We also got this light flak company to break. Push this guy out. They should be pretty, well, they have decent cohesion still, which is surprising. This guy should be, well, he has, relatively good fatigue. It seems like they have at least one of these two things, the remaining units. Let's take a look. This data will be really outdated. So these guys made it back in pretty good shape, actually. Vague details, that's all we know. But these guys, yeah, are both in decent shape. I'm actually really happy that they chose this route. If they are indeed motorized, it means I know exactly where they're going to be. They're going to be on this trail, kind of along the forest, which is eventually where I was thinking of pushing my 8th around so that we can get really good anti-tank forces to apply pressure up this highway. Although it may end up being the 35th who ends up doing that, and the 8th maybe will move over west to this highway and push north to Sankt Vith. Okay, but in other news, we have done a really, really good job of clearing this forest. And that's important because I always fear their counterattacks all the way around to Steinbruck. So we know, for example, here, there was an enemy force that came by, and I don't know where this unit has actually retreated to, but they're in very low readiness. I luckily have this unit, which, take off control for a second, has very good visibility of the area. So they're able to help support one of these movements of that German unit. For example, if they tried to attack west again. I think that these guys actually showed up just around daybreak, so I didn't have good vision of them. I believe. I don't remember. But if they were to show up here again, or maybe actually, I think what happened is they showed up during the day, but I didn't have my anti-air group there yet. Regardless, we now have that area really well defended, and I probably will have to task, not Charlie, because they're certainly well fatigued, but maybe one of these two units. I want to task one unit to just fall back, come back down, and just let's eliminate this infantry unit. I want to make sure our supply route here stays open, and we haven't had any problems here, but sometimes you'll see reports that units were not able to get supply. Looks like we're able to get supplies so far. Okay, they failed to complete their assault task. That might have been me retasking them, though. The probe option, by the way, so you have move, you have probe, and you have attack. The probe means, hey, if you are overwhelming the enemy force, continue to move forward, but if you take any kind of serious casualties or you're encountering a force which is even of equal strength that would take some, a reasonable effort for you to engage, then do not engage, fall back. So that's the probe option. It's kind of like a very cautious advance. Yeah, it's probe. It's what you'd think. So let's go over to current on this, and let's get this underway. I kind of forgot what's going on. All I know is that every now and then the fire support units don't update. So I don't know if this unit is actually engaging or not. Are you doing something right now? What would they have been doing? I think they were bombarding over here. Maybe they were bombarding up here. I don't think I have to worry about this. Looks like this is the 6th Company of the 48th Grenadier Regiment. And they are... yeah, I mean, they're pretty well beat up. But it might... I don't think we have vision of them right now, but it might be good for them to receive an additional dose of bombardment. So let's go ahead and actually get this underway. I think that those attacks are coming from the north, so we'll have to try to watch a few places at the same time now. And I'm going to get the 66, because it doesn't look like they're bombarding, are they? These guys are moving forward, so that probably indicates that this unit, in fact, has moved, and we're only seeing the shadow of where it once was. Why don't we get the 66 to bombard this unit, since they're obviously there, and I want to suppress, of course, enemy artillery fire. That's what we're going to use our enemy, that's what we're going to use our artillery for. Also, the 66 is a good one to keep using, because we aren't able to use them as much since their range. I pushed them forward so that we'd have full range of the map. Now you can see the 66 is able to hit anywhere on the map, except for having pushed them this far forward, which the point there being, we want to be in a town, which helps us to rest, 1. And 2, we want to be in the Steinbrück objective circle, so that these units, this artillery counts as holding the objective. Those are the 2 goals there. I kind of wish I could actually grab the main headquarters unit and use them, because these guys are usually pretty well supplied themselves with units. Okay, this is a bad example. That is not a whole lot, but yeah, maybe these guys are lighter than I thought on personnel. So this one is a good example. They still have a reasonable amount. This is the 8th Tank Battalion headquarter unit. They have a reasonable amount of troops themselves. It'd be nice to dispatch them like on their own kind of mission, but that's okay. So these guys are resting. It's possible we could just send this anti-air group on the attack to root out this unit. We certainly need to root out that unit. I know that for sure. Okay, actually what we can do is this recon squad has just been blown to pieces, unfortunately. But they're probably the best unit for this job. Dog Company we are not going to send. So Abel of the 35th. Where's Baker of the 35th? I don't know. Are they underneath my headquarters? They are. Okay, so there's Baker Company of the 35th. That's good. This is good. This is a good defensive line. So, okay, these guys are free. I'm just going to send them to probe over. Let's have them set up here. Set up on the outskirts. And then probe all the way over here. Use the quickest route, which should take them along this road. And feel free to engage anything at max. And do this immediately. I don't think your fatigue is that high. It's not. You've taken a lot of casualties, but other than that, you should be okay. So do that. Go over there, form up, and then probe over there. And we'll give you further mission or further tasking if all that is clear. But hopefully we can find the enemy unit that's over there, route them out. Just want to make sure our supply routes stay open. So. Good. Good, good, good. And this guy is just getting pushed back relentlessly. We might as well go ahead and continue bombardment of this unit, which Has Panzerschrecks, Panzerfaust. Okay, yeah, let's take them seriously. Let's give them some heavy bombardment. Okay, that unit is not visible. Good. How are our units doing, by the way? Fatigue is only high in the 22nd, and we're letting them rest a little bit. Okay, that's... Oh, interesting. So we found a base brigade. Well... we want that to happen. Okay, well, let's just get the 22nd to start loosening these guys up. I'm going to switch over the 177th to this group because that is a big target, and I want to bring in my big guns for the big target. This should be the bombardment happening here. It is. I think that unit is still there because we did just bombard from this group. All three guys are being used. Yep, there they reappeared. Oh, we actually have vision. How do we have vision of this unit? Who has... I wish I could see who spotted a unit. That would be very, very useful. Maybe is one of these guys. Hard to see who would have spotted him. Oh! Wait, no. Yeah, I thought that maybe this guy could see there, but it's close, but not quite. Yeah. Alright, well, I don't know how they're being spotted, but the fact that they're spotted is good enough for me. Really poor reliability, of course, as we'd imagine. But that base, we want to hit this base brigade. That would be awesome. And we are going to hit that hard. With probably both our mechanized groups here. Simultaneously. Just have them run up and give that unit total, just give them hell. Because look how big it is. It's huge. And this unit is retreating into the forest. So what we'll do is we'll retask the 22nd to probably bombard here. And we'll get the 177th to bombard here instead. Man, that is such a massive base. It's incredible. Okay, and we'll run the 66th back to bombard this unit. Oh, that unit is certainly moving. Let's make sure we stay abreast of everything. Don't tunnel vision is the big remark to myself. I mean, this is a really powerful unit. I think I'm going to continue to bombard them. Yeah, let's do it. Let's get the 66 to continue to bombard this unit. These guys are moving, which is going to make it hard for them to be hit anyway. And we're only assaulting to this area anyway, so... You know what we could do? As soon as the 10th moves up, I think I'll have them form up here and then attack over here, which is going to hopefully drag them through the forest that way. And then we'll engage Night again from both sides. We can even move the 10th off and up. Might be a little ambitious. It looks like that was perfect artillery. Really good job. Very effective. Again, we're just gonna totally abuse our artillery advantage. And this guy's reminding us that he's still there. Fair enough. Oh good, able troop is actually moving out. I don't know what the TR stands for. I don't. Okay, these guys are finishing their missions. I think the 177th is just going to continue firing. Keep that going, because I want you to basically waste all your ammo on that. I don't care. And look at, you've been resupplied. That's fantastic. This guy really is moving in. I wonder what their game plan is. So that's obviously one of the units from the south. They have done the same thing. Let me double check control now, see how we're doing. Yeah, so we suspect that there's still enemy units in this area. I would just still want to sweep back. Charlie is just so fatigued. They have cohesion problems. I'm not going to bring them along in the next attack. Okay, I think just Abel is going to attack over to here. But let me wait until the rest of the 318th moves up. This guy's very bold. Okay, maybe it's the 35th who can see this guy. No. Well, yes. Maybe. It appears so. Did he actually stop moving, or did we just lose sight of him? Nope, we definitely have a vision of him still. This bombardment menu often gets in the way. Something like that. This guy's moving into the trees then. I haven't given these guys their attack orders yet. That was probe, and you probed there successfully. And you guys are basically waiting for the rest of 318th to move up, which these guys have been reorganized, so reattached I mean, so they should move up with them. And they've been reattached as well. Probably should give these guys a reorg task right here. Okay, there's the 318th. They're moving up. That's good. I don't think this unit is moving because it's a base. So I'm going to give it yet another round of bombardment. Just keep hitting them. Hit them for everything they're worth. Okay, so these guys are still present. Let's get the 66 to bombard this guy. Looks like a miss. And the 22nd will be tracking on this guy. I don't know what these guys are up to, though. Ah, we have these guys back. Well, perfect. 22nd. Go ahead and engage. Wait, have you no vision? You can see that unit. They're going to fall back too, so just hit them. Yeah, definitely hit them there. Hit them behind where they are. And please do this with maximum ammo so you can get more, so you can get resupplied. Because we'd like to take this unit out. I think it's the lone remaining element of the German forces at all around the Vepler area. So we don't see this unit anymore. We know there's probably a unit here. They haven't moved pretty much at all. They're going to take massive casualties from artillery, though, if they're in the forest. That's the one advantage of them being in the forest, is that we should have a good chance to, well, to hit them. This unit is super aggressive, though. I think... Okay, ignore your mission there is fine, is done. We probably want to task you to do this one, and 66 can hit that one. Okay, good. So let's do it this way. Do your bombardment here instead. 177th, you continue. Whoops. You continue to do your thing. You continue to do your thing here. 66 is going to engage this cavalry unit instead, because I think we've suppressed that mortar group. I mean, if nothing else, we are moving. So probably we'll be able to see them if they are there. So 66, do you engage? These guys are invisible. I'm not going to attack them then because they're probably moving. So 177, do this. Yeah, that is massive. That base is massive. I think these guys have figured out what they're doing here, so I'm going to go ahead and give the attack order to both of these guys. They look like they're in as good of shape as they can be, just slightly fatigued. So how do we want to do this? Can I get them to both attack? That would be nice. I don't want Baker to get involved, though. Okay, so I'll just give him individual orders. I guess what we can do is do an assault at time. So what I want is for this unit to attack through here. Let's have you assault at, they say 11:43, 10 minutes now. Just make that 11:45. Whoops. Okay, 11:48 is fine. And you also, you're going to be the one who actually runs this way, and you'll begin that assault at 48 as well. So they will both support each other. Now, your attack itself is going to be maximum aggro, rate of fire, resupply, and everything, just because the further away we attack these guys, the more our artillery can really get involved. And you, the same. Just take... I want to take minimum losses, but I've never really changed that. I just leave that on normal. I don't really know how to play around with that. Probably that means that if we take losses, we retreat. And I don't want them necessarily to retreat. I think we should... It shouldn't be a problem. We should have an upper hand. And unfortunately, it looks like our scheduled airstrike has been aborted due to poor visibility. That's going to happen. We expect that the weather's poor. And the only good news about that is their air cover is also, therefore, aborted. So I think we're winning the day just due to our artillery, just crushing them with artillery. So we'll continue with the 107 bombarding that, soften them up for the attack, which is incoming. 66 is going to stay fresh for these guys. The 22nd is going to bombard that unit. Yeah, I like everything that's happening here. Do we have visibility on this? What exactly is it? No, not really. I mean, it should be beaten to hell, but... Because I was thinking, what if we bring Charlie back through this area? Can they, by the way, this is interesting, can they... They can move through this forest, kind of? How can they get there? Can they get there? Can I move him around like this? I guess so. This will just give me eyes on the rest of this forest, which I also don't control right now, and that's not great. At least the main route is obviously controlled by us, but it could be better. It could be better. Yeah, okay, let's do this. So let's do this. Just keep running as is right now. Bombardment there. The 66 is on reserve. 177 can bombard that unit once again. They have no cohesion. High fatigue. 10th is moving up, so we can have them do their attack up to the west side of night again. That's good. That unit has appeared again. See, I feel like we should just be able to push over the ridge here. Up. Okay. So these guys have slipped their attacks. Now, I don't want the armored engineer group to move first. So if I look at that order once more... What if I specifically gave you an order to attack at 12:50 or 12:48? Can you do that instead? because that would put you a little bit closer. That gives us only a 4-minute difference, which sounds good to me. Oh, you know, they're actually assaulting now, so I'm a little confused. Oh god, where are you going? Interesting. Well, that could get us into a lot of trouble, unfortunately. We don't know if this way is safe. However, we also don't know that it's not safe. This could be like a brilliant maneuver. And this is what you're left up to, what you leave the AI to do. So this guy has made his own command decision that, you know what, we're going to go around this way. And I'm not going to argue with him. I'm going to let him do it. I kind of disagree, but let's see what actually ends up happening. As long as he, I don't know, I just don't like him traveling. He's in a good travel formation column, but I'm a little worried. Okay, you know what? You've completed your... But I don't care. Just hit them again. Just keep hitting them. Don't ever stop hitting them. And there should just be nothing left of this guy. I think we'll do one more round of bombardment, though. Maximum resupply. Hopefully we get some resupply for these guys soon. And we'll just continue to leave the 66th open for whoever. It is cool, though, that they've each chosen their own path there. Damn it, we lost another airstrike? Damn it. And we know that, by the way, we did know that there was a German force here, right? It hasn't appeared there recently, but we know it was there. And there's no cross, we didn't eliminate it. It looks like the 10th is ready for retasking, though. And that I am happy about. So let's do it this way. Let's give them the attack order, like so. Form up here before you hit the forest, and then attack into this area. Once you hold those that crossroad area there, then I'm gonna say go the you know what? I'm not gonna specify. It'll be interesting to see what they do. They might send units this way. I don't know what they'll do, but whatever you do, do it with the maximum aggression, maximum rate of fire, all those things. And hopefully our artillery will be able to support you in whatever happens. Okay, very good. So that order has been given. And this guy's only objective was to probe until here. So we have not encountered whatever German unit was around here. I think I might just task this able company, or sorry, able squad. I don't know what they are called. What elements of a squad are. Team? I mean, teams are part of a squad, but I don't know how it works for this. But I think we'll just task these guys to kind of clear up some of the supply route stuff. Maybe even go over, take over Rodgen. Double back over to this area, take that over. Just to secure those little gaps. And maybe in the course of doing that, we'll find that other unit. Alright, this guy has completed his objective, essentially. And this little cavalry recon group did not encounter any problems. Go recon. Wait a second. Huh. Baker Company used to be here, I think, and now they moved back here. So they adapt their defensive posture based on the units they have. That is interesting. I didn't see that happen. Alright, well let's... I feel like we should be pressuring this area. Alright, why don't we do this? Why don't we probe into this town? From there we'll have better line of sight to this group. And we're already kind of supported by Charlie. There they are. Still there. Maximum rate of supply. You guys continue to bombard this guy. Okay. You guys are requesting emergency resupply? Is that what I get? Wonder why. I'm pretty sure this base isn't moving. That's why I'm going to continue to pelt them. And we keep getting visibility of this guy, so that's why I'm moving a unit south so that we can kind of move north in a supported manner. Looks like he's getting support from the guys on the hill, too. I'm sure we're so close to destroying that unit. But this guy was down from a 5 to 3 now. I don't know if that's because of us or not, but this guy's waiting on his attack until 12. No. This guy, his attack order, 1248. Awesome. He's waiting. He's actually waiting for the other guy to come. That's awesome. It looks like he could have actually attacked at 1240, whatever the original thing was. But he's actually waiting. And look at this guy's waiting for his assault. Wow, that's pretty cool. That's really cool. All the planning is working out. It would be nice if this... I don't know if this is actually on the east side, but it would be nice if this guy pushes through here and this guy's able to just make sure that they can't retreat back to the west. Now, unfortunately, the map ends here, and that's not realistic, right? The world that this game is supposed to exist in should not technically end right here, but I think that means they might not be able to just retreat off the edge of the map, which it would be nice if they could do, just to like get themselves out of harm's way, so it doesn't count as destroyed forces for us. Like in our objective, it wouldn't go down as destroy the enemy points. They would just be getting off. Wow, this has jumped up by quite a bit. Anyway, that would, but it would save them from taking more casualties because they'd be retreating. I would not mind that at all, even though it's points that I'd be missing out on. So now this guy's waiting for 20 more minutes. They're all taking a sip of water from the canteens. Actually, they're in trucks, most of them, so it's not like they've had to move on foot. But they're preparing themselves, checking their clips, whatever. Getting ready to move. And all the while, this guy's actually moving up the road, so he's actually kind of clearing a lot of the areas I was curious about from a control perspective. Where could this enemy unit have gone? I don't have the foggiest idea. I mean, it just seems like it's impossible for him to have gone anywhere. Yep. Well, anything that can be done with the non-infantry groups should be, because the infantry groups are pretty tired from... They've covered a lot of ground in the last couple days. Let's speed this up a little bit because I think nothing is really happening right now. So we'll go up to 2x. Still spotting this guy. You know what? Let's go ahead and fire at this guy again. That's massive. There's no cohesion or anything. Hopefully it's just tons of casualties that we're taking, but 400, good God. There's just so many units that... Okay, this guy was able to make this move here successfully. Now we're going to have him do this. But let's do this in a very sensible manner. Let's have him do this assault. Actually, let's just give him this order to start it now. I guess that should work. And let's get somebody from the 8th not dog. Oh, this is kind of it looks like Baker is reinforced with an extra Sherman. Okay, so let's get Baker to also probe down into this area on the other side. Let me just see, where can we go? So we can go here or here. I guess let's go there because maybe the forest will protect them a little bit from visibility from the other forest. So this guy is going to probe to here, I guess. And maximum of everything. And Baker is going to probe to here. And we'll do maximum everything as well. Good. Alright, so they will meet essentially on the opposite sides of the forest. Their visibility should carry through the entire forested area. And we'll find out then if these units are still... Oh my god, we actually completely destroyed this. It looks like it was a self-propelled artillery platoon. I didn't notice this until right now. That is so wonderful. I thought that the actual surrender of these units is supposed to be triggered on your urgent reports. But it did not happen that way. I'm pretty sure. That's okay. So those orders have been given. I think that those will be followed nicely. Oh, this is interesting. These guys have chosen to go through this area in order to get to their reorganization point. That's, I mean, almost bad because I would rather have them have secured the main road. That's okay. We'll send some of the mechanized forces back. Okay. Oh, okay, this is it. The attack's going on. And I don't even know if further artillery is going to help because they have no cohesion, really high fatigue. I'm imagining if this is true, we have good reliability now, but this at one time said 300 or 400. Well, let's get the 66 to help out here, but just because I actually want kind of a lesser group to attack them now. Yeah, let's do something like this, which should still be hitting them. Oh wow, this attack is happening fast. And they are, in fact, moving right into my... Perfect, right into my artillery. Oh, what aggressive! What a great aggressive attack! That was perfect. Really, really, really good. And these guys obviously need to call off their artillery. They have done so. That was perfect. I shouldn't get tunnel vision like that, but I'm actually kind of glad I did. That was really cool to watch. We have to see what the 10th is up to as well. Oh my gosh! They're in complete rout right now. Red is... I don't even remember what red means. It might just mean that they're completely disbanding. So let's get these guys to pulverize that forest right there. Just, I don't know where they're going to retreat to, but it might be that direction. Oh my gosh, it's just brutal. It's brutal over there. Ah, okay, so we do have some forest units. Let's get some big guys on this. This is big. This is important to me. Suppress that. Okay, this guy's moving that way. He's doing his attack. Let's leave the 22nd as reserve. So... Alright, let's slow things down a little bit now, so I can kind of pay attention to all three things happening at once. We probably don't need the 66 to bombard this guy. It looks like... Oh my gosh, they're down to only 37 here. It was 100 and something a second ago. So we have destroyed this base brigade. They might just be completely... They might just disintegrate. I expect another cross, basically. Really good movement up in the north there. Okay, so let's check our control. Yeah, the infantry reorganizing over here has actually secured me this entire eastern road. Except for funnily, or oddly enough, right here. How to handle that? I think I'm going to let the engineers just backtrack their way back over there, or maybe the Cav Recon do that. Because I think Able here should move and start securing this area. So let's have them do that. Give a probe order right over to here. Okay, let's... where can they go? Nowhere. Okay, that's the closest you can go, then wedge yourself as far down there as you can, just so we can gains control. And then I'll move you over to the other side, so yeah, just so we can get that control back. I guess the railroads don't matter, though. Maybe the railroads don't matter as avenues of movement. So we'll do that anyways. It'll be interesting. I don't think there'll be anything there, but we'll just check anyway. Rodkin's been taken by the infantry movement here. That's really nice to see. How is their fatigue, by the way, the anti-tank and the mortar? Yeah, the mortar team's on, just is in great shape. So it might behoove us. It might behoove us to actually send the mortar team, just because they're in the best shape, as the element which can go over and take Rodigan. You know what? It's not important. More important would be securing this supply route. And also, the recon group did not really secure this road. But we can send the 8th to do that, actually. Well, as soon as these guys are done with their maneuver here. And is this guy retreating, or what's going on here? Oh, wow. He's 4 units. What the hell? There's nothing left. There's just nothing left. God, they're just falling. Everything's falling apart. Let's get this bombardment here. We're going to double bombard there, I guess. Cancel the 66th. Okay, this is what I wanted to see. These guys are retreating, but you know what? Not quick enough, and they're probably going to retreat right here, so let's just preemptively put down the artillery fire there. Okay, let's do that. Oh, good. And, you know what, 22nd, you guys are going to be in charge of shooting at this. 66 is shooting at that. 177th is shooting up here. I think that's fine. We probably don't need to engage this guy. It's very light, but, you know, just in case. Yeah, we are. That's good. These guys are actually cohesive. What is high cohesion? I guess you call it cohesive, right? Probably a better word is like well formed or well organized. Even though that doesn't, I mean, you would assume the base word would work, but in that case it probably doesn't. Yeah, these guys are well organized. They're not disorganized from any combat. Well put together. Holding their ground well. So the control down here. Yeah, we didn't secure that control in the middle, which is important to me. I guess we'll have Abel kind of take care of all of this stuff, or maybe we'll detach one of the companies of the 10th to take care of it. But we are attempting to move up the back side of these guys. Jeez. That was loud. I really like to see that happening. The amount of bicycles these guys have is really insane. I don't want to believe this number is real. We haven't actually dislodged this guy, which is why this artillery has not been effective yet. Okay, our bombardment missions are going to come to a close now. At least they backtracked a little bit. He's making his movement over there. That's good. I guess what we can do, actually, is reposition this guy. Where would they come in from Steinbrook? So this guy's... What? Is he really facing that direction? I thought we had him face northeast, and he's actually facing the exact opposite direction is what I thought. But his job is to continue bombarding, so let's not try to trouble him about that. I think we should... I have a good idea. Yeah. Let's take the top of this hill facing east and hopefully just control this area. So, the more I see, the better. Okay, that looks really good. That looks pretty good. Alright, let's have him go here. You're going to move over here. I'm trying to see, once they move past this town, will we have vision? Yeah, right here. You're going to defend facing this direction, and go ahead and use an arrowhead formation because I'm not sure where exactly they might come from. Probably you can face a little bit more north-ish or east-ish. That seems about right. Okay, do that. All the usual parameters. And move there as quick as possible. Very good. Okay, these guys have reached their objective. Does that mean we have control? We kind of do. It emits this gray area. I'm assuming, I should say, that this is contested, so we don't have it necessarily. And this unit is still alive somehow. Okay, well, you know what? Go ahead and keep probing up to this area. Where's our... Yeah, we can just barely squeeze into this area. Once you squeeze into that area, we'll just call that done. Do this. Maximum everything. How's your fatigue? You're doing okay. And you will probably end up pushing up this way. Why don't you just do a probing action to the other side at the same time? Let's say here. And I'm going to let you choose the path you go, because I don't know how this river crossing works. Is this... It's just a stream, so actually motorized can pass it. Okay, that's good. So this is not a big deal. I was kind of thinking this would block movement, but it doesn't. Still faster to move along the road, definitely, but we could just move up this channel. Move up this channel. And yeah. Let's actually just get this mortar team. Can you please just move here to secure that control? Actually, yeah, we did see an enemy unit here too. So, I wonder if we have to attack into that area. I hope to God not. Alpha was my least tarnished unit, right? Tank. Baker's fatigued. Charlie's really fatigued. The headquarters themselves are not. That's the sad thing. Abel's... I mean, it's okay. Able... Yeah, alright, let's send the anti-tank over here then. Just move as quick as you can. Move as quick as you can. Yeah, I just want to make sure the supply path is open on this road so that my engineers aren't getting cut off. Okay, very good. Wow, it has already been a whole hour. I have not been very good about advancing time quickly. So these will just keep getting... I'm going to try to speed this up a bit. In the next episode, you can guarantee we're going to be using 2 movement arrows instead of 1. Oh my gosh. Oh, this guy has become part of my artillery group because I gave him a movement order and he's artillery. We're not going to leave him under fire support though. He's just there to do this one order and then we're going to get rid of him. He really doesn't have much in the way of defense. Okay, this guy's moving, this guy's moving, everyone's moving. Oh god. If I'm not mistaken, this is going the wrong way. We're just going to bombard this guy quickly. Oh, was that going into him? It was. That was us engaging. Well, fantastic. And now he has more to worry about because we're bombarding the hell out of him. Very good. I'd say this is risky enough because we're moving in really not very good combat effective units. Your minimum range is 50. That's nice to see. So you can bombard almost anything. Let's get these guys on it as well to secure ultimate victory. No other targets right now, so happy to see that. Okay, should be good. All we wanted to do was claim that control point. It is still contested though, and rightfully so. We see that there is very good reason for it to be contested. These guys don't have enough umph, so they've kind of taken the control of that area. That's good. I think we might even just keep pushing this mortar team in. Oh, okay, this base has been completely annihilated. That's amazing. And this only happened at 13:4. Okay, so it did happen like 40 minutes ago, unbeknownst to us. Okay. Well, that is amazing. That base was huge, and we completely eliminated it. So I talked about pushing. This is basically us pushing the flanks, right? These guys will be attacking soon. Looks like they're already preparing their orders and moving up. What is this guy? Is he just as a reserve unit, perhaps? Who knows? And we've pushed into this area, which still seems like it's contested. So I don't understand how we can't see them. We're so close. Yeah, we should have visibility of them just because, you know, you can see a certain distance away no matter what. You have a minimum distance. We'll get all this figured out in the next episode though, but the push has worked. I think we basically control the southeast half of the map. So I'm really excited about this one, and I know this is... I mean, there's some people still watching this. If anybody does not like these episodes being so long, just let me know, and I'm really going to try to keep it down to 40 minutes. I feel like 40 minutes, these episodes need to be a little bit longer because they're a more complicated game. A lot more is going on, but I don't like leaving 56-minute videos. For some reason, people just don't like to watch this long of a video, even though if I break it into 2 parts, you're still watching 50 minutes of video. It's easier sometimes to remember what video you left off on instead of remembering what minute mark you left off. So, okay, enough about that. I'll really try to get that back down to 35-40 minutes. But thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. This was a lot of fun for me just because we're starting to eliminate these units, and I love that. So again, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode.